Yo, 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 it's your boy Bobby Frost and Bobby Frost Media presents Transparency. I'm with my dog Shake.
What up, though? What up, though? What up, though?
And how y'all doing, man? How y'all doing out here, man? Yeah, we still trying to find that third co-host. I'm putting my feet to the ground trying to find it, but we need it. Female. We need a lady. We need somebody that's going to come with it, too. She bringing her lunch pail and her hard hat every time we come in. We don't need nobody, no yes man, whether yes woman. But yeah, we don't need none of that. We need you to come with it. You know what I'm saying? We having it popping. Yeah, this is a good topic we getting into today though, man. It's been all over social media and all over the news and everything. And it's just wild, man. So certain times, like, people ask me, what we talking about? I said, certain times I don't even have to go into a real big pre-production meeting because it's there. And the biggest trending thing's been Charlie Kirk. And dog, man, like when I say, it just shows you how media and politics work and how big it is. The biggest thing I always take from these situations, Shake, bro, is like, you see how strong people really be feeling about stuff. When you go on the news outlets and the social media outlets and just see how people be feeling, like, yeah, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I always talk about when we talked about before, tribalism. You know what I'm saying? You got to feel a part of something. You know what I'm saying? I had looked into that even more, and that's where it comes from, you know, tribalism. Like, when you sit back, we started off, we had to hunt in packs because we humans. So if you got this big-ass saber-toothed tiger or dinosaur or further than that, you got this...
That's why we got groups of hoe-ass niggas.
Yeah, you had to do it.
Like a group of hoe-ass niggas stick together like, man, well, look, bro, I'm a hoe-ass nigga. I know you a hoe-ass nigga. And he a hoe-ass nigga. Look, bro, we all hoe-ass niggas, bro. We got to stick together against these real niggas, bro.
Yeah, that's how I go. It's tribalism. I always tell people that. It's that's where all this come from. You have to, and we started from the roots was you have to start from somewhere. You can't live in the world by yourself. That's why I said back then, what they call it, the hunting and gathering days. Yeah, if it's this big-ass fucking lion, a pride of lions and shit, then you got a pack of hyenas, you got packs of wild dogs, you got all these predators. We, as a human, one-on-one, you ain't got shit for this pack. Most of them motherfucking animals, you ain't got shit one-on-one with them. But not when they in a pack or a pride, you cook.
Exactly.
On top of that, even go further than that, how the fuck you gonna catch this gazelle by yourself? You ain't fast, is it? You ain't got the tools to catch this. This is before you had rifles and all that type of stuff. You out here with bow and arrows or spears, and, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. How the fuck you gonna get this gazelle? But if you got your mans now, this is gonna be, hey, you flank him here, you flank him there, catch him here, I'm gonna run him into. So that's what tribalism, you have to find it together. And it's the same thing. What's the worst punishment that you can get when you're in prison? Outside of death penalty. I mean, while you in prison.
Solitary
confinement. Because you're away from...
By yourself.
Yeah, by yourself. So that's not how you're supposed to be. So I'm saying that to segue into why you see people be so strong about whatever...
That's crazy. One of my homeboys, we were just talking about this last night. He said he had to do like 5-6, when he was in the joint, do like 5-6 months in solitary. He said he had to fight mentally, bro, to stay competitive in the world, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he literally was like, all sense of responsibility, he was like, give a fuck about that shit, man. Like, bro, you would literally lose yourself in these places, bro, by yourself, bro.
Yeah. And what's the mirror of that is people lose themselves when they get identified with a group. Like with the Charlie Kirk stuff, I'm watching both sides of it. I'm watching how some people look past all the stuff Charlie Kirk said. They don't give a fuck.
They don't.
He was representing us, Republicans, exactly. Conservatives, and for some, like I said, you couldn't come out and say he was a racist because he never said nothing straight racist. Meaning like this.
It was all opinion based. You feel me? Us having a conversation. Us having a conversation about and that's the problem too. The conversation, bro. The fact that like he's promoting this conversation that we don't want to talk about. Like, and this is one of the things I said too. I say, once it happened and I got to go, I'm like, damn, who was this dude? He got killed, like, because I didn't know Charlie Kirk before he got killed, bro. And I feel like I'm somewhat be up on politics or whatever like that. And for me, like, to hear, like, somebody said something, hey, you hear about the Charlie Kirk guy getting shot? I'm like, nah, I ain't hear nothing about it. Who? Like, oh, you don't know who Charlie Kirk is? I'm like, no, I don't.
He took like, I'm gonna give you some names, some guys back in the day that like, it's the radical approach, meaning same thing Trump did.
Exactly.
A lot of Republicans, the ones that I call really tailor-made ones, and Democrats. So I ain't saying I'm Democrat or Republican, anybody out there. I really don't care for either side. So I'm just using this because we talking about Charlie Kirk, what political party he identified with. They groom cats that's been into politics for years. So they not going to say no like crazy off the wall shit. Then you have guys like Trump. You have guys like, what's dog name? I want to say it was Ross Perot. It's back in the day. I got
his name, something Perot.
Perot, something like that. I know who he is. I'm just mispronouncing his name. But you had them type of guys. And these are guys that's going to say some wild ass shit. But here go the thing. They say when you ask them opinion about something, and do it have racist undertone to it? Fuck yeah, but you can't come out and say it. If I come out and say, yeah, you know what? I don't listen to country music because I feel like it doesn't make sense. And then anybody with logic can look back like, man, it's a lot of country songs most country songs make sense. They tell stories. Why would you say that? That's different than me saying, I don't like country music because it got white people, and I don't like white people. So like when Charlie Kirk said, I don't like hip hop, we need to get away from hip hop and rap because the music is nothing but noise. We need to get away from that. He didn't come out and say, I don't like hip hop because it's predominantly black. It was born by black people. That's what birthed it. He didn't say that. But anybody listening to it know what he's saying. So he's saying it in more of a being racist in more of a politically correct way.
Like my girl does it. So, for example, right? When it comes to, this one of the things I learned. When it comes from being self-educated and institutional educated, right? So us, say me for myself, right? So it's certain things, right? I'm more, I wear my feelings on my sleeve, I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? I'm upfront. I don't sugarcoat shit. And people don't like that type of person. You know what I'm saying? Like you may say something and you just don't realize you was just too blunt. And one of the things my girl do is this, bro. When she speaks just like that, she'll speak, right, in a certain tonality, in a certain way to where, hold on, did you just like, who the fuck are you talking to? You understand what I'm saying? You catch it, but you're like, no, I didn't say it like that. I didn't, but you caught it the way you caught it because you understand the whole aspect of you talking softly to me, but you talking loud.
Right.
You feel me? Like, for real, bro. People can say certain things, like at work. Like, I'm going through some shit at work. You can say something a certain way because you're going to always stay professional. You understand what I'm saying? And as long as you stay professional or you keep your cool, guess what? You're always right. So imagine that, right? A person you keeping your, I don't know why Robert, I don't know why he's right. I just don't know. And Robert upset. You understand what I'm saying? So they go take you being upset about something that's a negative. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of like, hold on, why is he upset? And really look into the things of why he upset. But no, they're not going to do that because if they do that, that means they're basically tearing down their own system. The system is here to control you, keep you in a certain predicament.
And that's how I go, you know what I'm saying? For sure. And that's what good politicians do to radicals. And I only say this because usually, not picking side, the Republicans usually have the most outspoken radical ones. You know what I'm saying? You really don't get too many outspoken radical Democrats like that. It's usually the Republicans and the conservative side of it. Like the stuff they say, like something else he said, like he don't think Beyonce is that as a good artist.
Exactly.
Two things he did was saying that. Of course, you know that Beyonce has a strong following, the Beehive, so that's gonna stroke up flames. So that's gonna get you in the algorithm. That's gonna get you people tuning into you. And then two, for the people that you're aiming for, that demographic of whites who don't, I ain't gonna say whites, let me not say that. People who don't like blacks. It could be white, Puerto Rican, Mexican, whoever. Self-hating blacks, whatever. You're gonna make them tune in. I don't like her either. You don't like her because she's a black woman and she's powerful and she's influential and all them things. But you can't come out and say that. Because now, see, that's called what you call political suicide. If you come out and say some straight, real racist shit that a baby could see was racist, I don't like niggers. I don't like coons. I don't like black people. You're cooked. But I come in there and say, yeah, I don't like, hip hop. It's not real music.
Like, for example, the crime word. I don't like crime.
Crime.
Like, I've been telling niggas this for years. You know when they say crime, you know what they talking about, right? They what? They're talking about you, nigga.
Yeah.
When they say crime, they're talking about black people, bro.
Yep.
When they speak of all the crime, like when they say, well, the crime all through Detroit. The crime. The crime.
Yeah.
It's just crime everywhere. They can't say niggas.
Nah.
But to the political spectrum throughout the whole country and the world, when they say crime, when they say we got to do something about the crime, we got to do something about the crime. It's crime that's overrunning the world. It's niggas, bro.
Yeah.
And when they say crime, like they mean by this, it just mean the simple things that we do on the weekend, bro. Like, for example, if you at a gas station chilling and whatever you're doing, you might not nothing happen. But the time stuff do happen, that's crime. So crime running rapid, it's just you, more than likely, whether you realize it or not, you being in your town having a good time adds to crime, whether you want to believe it or not. So like when you go to more affluent places, right? Bro, they don't conduct themselves like we do. Bro, you can't go to Clarkston and see a whole bunch of white niggas hanging at the gas station, bro. You're just not going to see it. You understand what I'm saying? But if you come to a black area, you may see gangs of people just chilling and hanging at the gas station. They look at that as crime because guess what you're doing? You're loitering. The business doesn't want you there. You just really taking over the stuff. You feel me?
And like, you know what I'm saying? Just listen to dog Charlie Kirk. And this is what I always tell people. That's what I'm open. I said some of the stuff Charlie Kirk said, I done listened to a lot of his speeches. I done listened to a lot of him on, platforms and stuff like that. Some of the stuff he say be correct. Exactly. Some shit don't. Same thing with Trump. That's why I tell, ain't nobody, even a broke, like my granddad said, even a broke clock is right at least twice a day. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker stay on 12 noon. It's broke. But it's going to be 12 noon at one point at a time. It's going to be midnight at one point in time. So it's going to be right. So with all stuff he said, but this other stuff I said, like, you could just tell where he was at with it. Like, the comment he made about, what was it? They were talking about back in the, civil rights days when we segregated, Jim Crow law. He said the crime, black people was better off because they had less crimes committed. And when you say, and that's why I say, like, you can say shit and it can be correct and still be some bullshit. How the View put it, because you put it in a certain light. So what he did by saying that was like this. Yes, crime would be less for black people back in the 1940s and 30s and 50s and shit when we segregated. Why? Well, that's why he didn't really break it down to it. Well, hell yeah, if I'm scared that if I whistle at a woman, I might get killed, you think I'm going to be more tone to break the law? Exactly. Because the way I'm getting dealt with breaking the law and compare how a white person is getting dealt with breaking the law is completely different. So hell yeah, I'm gonna do less crime. But in turn, he was right. Black people was less violent and shit at that point in time. But they was more scared because white people was more violent at the time. So that's the other side he ain't put in it. So that's what he do. And that's what good debaters do, good politicians do. That's just the name of the word, you know what I'm saying? Conversation rules the nation. That's the truth. So like certain shit he be saying just be like wild as fuck, but his followers gonna eat that shit up. Like, when he first got popped, they thought for sure up and down, when he got assassinated, they thought it was a Democrat. Then it was, if you listen to, I'm gonna look him up, dog, that's the, I want to say he's, what is he, man? Is he I don't want to say, don't correct me. I'm going to look it up as we talk to fact check it, so I'm going to come back. But I'm going to say right now, he was he a sheriff in Utah? He was some man in Utah. And anyways, he said he was hoping for 30 some hours that it wasn't one of their own. You can look this up. I don't know if you've seen that.
I see.
Yeah, I'm like, damn. But it lets you know how deep their thought process is and how deep their pride is about this, how passionate it is about how they feeling. And that's what the radical guys do. That's why I said Charlie Kirk was coming up as another Trump with saying wild, like Trump used to say wild shit. If these guys was back in my day, if these guys would have been in here, he would have left out on the stretcher. You get what I'm saying? And them real deal hate bigots that really hate people of color and shit like that, when you get to talking to them, that's the shit they say, being polite. But they tuning in. They know what you're doing. They feeling it. They behind it. I watch people I didn't work with, right? And go on their Facebook page, and how they acting with the Charlie Kirk shit is crazy. Y'all won't win the war now. But I get where they come from. Like, damn, y'all passionate as fuck, dog. Like, they really, the last 2 weeks, they whole fucking page been, I can show you when we get off those cuts.
Have you been hearing about the backlash? So, the government, never seen this before. The government is actually, basically, they're trying to prosecute and fire people for their Facebook post about Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
Like, so if they're speaking against him, like literally, they're trying to fire people for their First Amendment right.
Right, yeah.
Just because, like, I'm like, so if you work in anything that they control, your ass grass, buddy. Well, they control anything. They can call any company like, hey, we don't like Robert. Talking about Charlie Kirk. And like, shit, your boy, the one hoe ass nigga, bro, he gonna be right with it. You understand what I'm saying? He'll be right. You don't? Oh, if I'm the right person, I'm right, the perfect guy for the job. You know what I'm saying?
And it's funny you say that, man, because I don't think I can get in trouble by it, but if I did, it is what it is. I wouldn't care about the job. But like I said, when I talk about him, I ain't gonna say his name, but I talk about the director. Most of the building for years been thinking he was racist. But again, has he ever said anything super racist that you can mark, I don't like blacks?
No.
Because the only way you can come out and say a motherfucker truly racist, like where without a reasonable, unreasonable doubt, they got to come out and say, I don't like people of color, or I don't like a nigger, I don't like a coon.
So think about that.
That's the only way.
No, think about that. Whoever came up with the guidelines to be racist. So, okay, you know what guys say? They think we're racist. So look, these are the rules of being racist. If you don't say this, if you don't just blatantly say it, I hate niggers, you're not racist. But you can do everything else towards hating a person. But long as you don't never say it, bro, they made the rules, bro, to...
Yeah, no.
This shit wild.
But it's simple, but it's complex. That's why I tell people, my favorite documentary, I just showed the kids this. I love, for anybody listening, man, go watch the 13th Amendment on Netflix. It shows you how they churn the words around, and that's all it always been. Instead of calling you a nigger, I will call you a hoodlum. Hoodlum got too bad, so I ain't gonna use you hoodlums no more.
Now we just gonna use
criminals. And that's why I'm for what Hillary Clinton called us back in the early 90s. She called hyper predators. She's talking about black kids or black adults in urban settings. Hyper predators. When you had the Central Park 5, predators. Couldn't call them niggers. Niggers, predators. We find other words that hits just as hard. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. If I walked out here right now and a white person called me a nigger compared to calling me a predator, I'm gonna take more offense to the predator. Like, God damn. Because a predator will hurt if it came from you, Shay.
Exactly. But they're the predators.
Right. No, you have to break it down again. This is what you just said. That's the whole system. And that's all they do. So they understand it and it makes sense. So if I say some wild shit about a certain group of people, but I don't come on and say it's really about that certain group of people, guess what I just did? I got an out. You can't call me racist. When did I ever say I didn't like a certain group? When did I say I feel superior to a certain group? I never said it, but I said it. Like you said earlier when you was giving the comparison at home. It's the same shit, you know what I'm saying? But it's wordplay. But I don't knock it. See, this is the difference between me and other people. Other people, now I'm going on the other side of Charlie Kirk. You got people getting upset. Fuck that white boy, he should have died, all that. I'm not going to say no shit like that. Should nobody have to die just because they got a view.
I'm extremely devastated by the situation from what happened, because I look at this situation as like a John F. Kennedy situation.
Yeah.
Like, whatever Charlie Kirk was doing, whatever type of momentum he had and was continuing to get, like, he had to die for that. Like, when you get to, one of the things, once I realized, once I got to analyze, I'm like, damn, if he wouldn't have been fucking around at these colleges, he'll be good.
That's where you win the vote.
If he wouldn't have been fucking around at these colleges, revving up the college students, because the college students are the next set of humans that's being indoctrinated to control the system.
Yeah.
So you're stepping into our system and fucking our system up and fucking the thought process up of the people that we're trying to manipulate. So if we can get our system and you not there, and we get these kids in college and they're learning the things that we need to teach them so they can come be basically, you know, part of the team, you're stopping that.
Yeah. That's who, I told people this before, man, like, that's what wins the votes. I tell people this all the time. The college student, and when I say this, and I'm not being funny when I say this, the most informed people in the world are college students. If you go, I told people when I first started, you know, people always come up to me, you know, they say, you even asked me before, but people come to me about podcasting. And I tell them, I say, you have to look at your demographic, what you're shooting at. And I said, just break down the stats, the statistics. Where most of podcast listening come from, it's from college students. It's from like the age group of like 20 to like 32. That's the range. College students, they knock it down because you're college students are trying to figure their way out through life. Like you said, the system. So I'm paying more attention to it. And that's easy to influence now because now I'm getting I'm at the point where I'm getting away from my parents' teaching because I'm not around my parents 24/7. Mm-hmm. So now I'm starting to enlighten myself on my own, whatever I'm trying to enlighten myself with. It's experiment. Ain't like I ain't gonna go off topic too far, but like, you know, with drug users, I always tell people the most drugs are on college campus. Any drugs you can find because you're experimenting, you're learning.
Prison. So any institution that's controlled, like, look, bro, any institution, bro, that they control, bro, it's drugs in it.
Yeah. So Charlie Kirk understood this. Any political party, when Obama was running, where was Obama always at? College campus. Trump started hitting what? College campus. That's because you just said it. These are your quote unquote, this is the phrase they got for it. These are going to be the leaders of the free world. These are your next future leaders of the free world, which is true. These going to be the motherfuckers about to take over because the old geezers eventually going.
But them old geezers are the ones who is selecting you.
Yeah.
So as you go to school and go to these colleges, the old geezers, the powers that be, they sitting back like, oh, I like Robert Williams. Got a great attitude. Got a wonderful mind too.
Stop right there, bro. Things. What you just said. That's what it comes down to. And this is what I think happened with Charlie Kirk. It's my honest truth. If you go look at the Republican Party and the conservative mindset and the Republicans, you know, you look at it, they have cliques and crews. Mm-hmm. Trump didn't fit into their crews. I'm about to tell you the name of the guys that they had that before Trump won, the guys that they had that they was looking at. These was the guys who was looking at that was supposed to have been the guys. I'm gonna tell you their names. You know what I'm saying? Ted Cruz was one of them. Bush, how you say his name? Jeb Bush.
Jeb Bush.
He was one of them. Ben Carson. These guys was in the Republican circle. These was the Republican circle guys. You feel me? What's the other dog? I remember I told you Ted Cruz. He was from Texas. He was the biggest one.
Mm-hmm.
That's his name, Marco Rubio.
Marco Rubio, yep.
From Florida. He was the guy. And then it was a guy.
Where are all those guys at?
They still in the Republican Party.
Now you just don't even like. I heard a little bit about Marco. You feel me here and there.
It don't get you're not gonna hear about him until it's time to run for election because the only people you're gonna hear about him mostly like Governor Whitner. Don't nobody else hear about Governor Whitner except for Michigan because he controls Michigan. If I'm in Alaska, I give a fuck about Governor Whitner. Now when the Democratic Party get ready to select a candidate, her name would get tossed in there, and that's when you start hearing about it. That was dog named John Kasich. That was the guy from Ohio. Them was the guys that they was looking at to win that joint. Them was the guys. That was it. Trump being so radical and outside the box, he got in that bitch. If people go back and listen, that's why I laugh at how tribalism works. If you go back and look at it, the Republicans was not the elite Republicans and conservatives, they wasn't fucking with Trump. You on the outside looking at it. First they thought it was a joke. Man, who the fuck is this guy? Like, come on, you already ran for the presidents before it didn't get no steam. You used to be a Democrat. Like, fuck out of here. He started growing momentum because he was talking so radical. He went outside.
Look, Trump did this. Trump just, like, you know what? Stop all that sugarcoating shit. I'm going straight to the foundation of things.
Yeah.
I'm going straight to how we really feel.
Yeah.
How we really, like, everything we hold behind closed doors. You know how many people feel like this, but they just can't come out and say it because everything we just said about, you just can't say this that way or that way. You got to be political correct about this and that, and I'm going to be canceled and all this. So, yeah, I'm going to shut up, whatever, have my little circles of, fucking military coups. You feel me? Bro, it's serious in Michigan, bro. We got all type of
militias
and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that shit is real. Yeah, we could talk about it in our little hut up north, on our acres. But just like, for example, starting a podcast and be like, no, they can't do that because it's just not gonna fly. You feel me?
And that's the thing. So that's how Trump got in there. And when he got in there, he was in there. We had no choice, but we couldn't fold the Republican Party because if it's like, the Godfather said, nobody wins when
the family
feud. That's true. So the Republican Party, if we ain't showing unity, we gonna lose to Democrats. We don't give a fuck who beats the Democrats in our Republican Party. Republican Party got to win. Now we got who we want to lead. It's like I said with the Transformers. When you go back in the day with the Transformers, you had Starscream always try to take over the Decepticons. The Megatron.
Even in the movie.
Yeah, always. He always was on that tip. Now, a couple of times in the TV shows when that shit did happen, some of the majority of the Decepticons roll with Starscream to Megatron, come back in there, smack shoving, you sniveling grunt. You know what I'm saying?
And then look, this one of the things, so like the what's her name? Like for Megatron, for example. Bro, he was on Starscream ass. Like once he got him back out the way, bro, he ain't like he treated them niggas a little way, but he wasn't too hard on them. You understand what I'm saying? Because he know y'all ain't got no mind. Y'all are followers.
I don't have to be on you. I got to be on Starscream because I know anytime you think you can get ahead, you're going to get... Now, it's going lining up to what I'm saying. So now, that's what happened with Trump. So now, we had no choice but to follow Trump. Trump took over the Republican Party. So you have a guy like Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was inside the elite of the Republican and conservatives, but he's so radical in picking... I think dog was 31. He was picking up so much steam that you know what the Republican Party had to start doing? Either we got to get this motherfucker out the way, or we going to have another motherfucker we might not be able to control the way we want to control him and lead the Republican Party. And that's what it goes down to. It happened with JFK. When JFK couldn't get controlled the way they wanted to control JFK, man, you got to go, bro.
That's why they killed, man. Look,
yeah, we can't.
When you
went outside the system we had.
Once I really like to analyze JFK and what was going on in the world at the time, and it's still going on right now. So, like, he really was on some real peace type stuff. Like, really trying to, like, hey, man, we got to stop this. You understand what I'm saying? Just think about it. If you lived in World War I, your dad fought in World War I and World War II, and And now we in the Cold War and all that type of shit, bro. If you actually living through that era, bro, you really like, hey, we gotta stop this shit. This is out of control. Like, what are we doing? Like, but once you realize that right now, once you realize that war means profits, you know, that's why we at war, bro. Like, when it comes to like World War I, World War II, like how America, like how America just basically just hung out the war, didn't get in the war. You know, but just sticking around like, just but watching though. Just and once I peeped America, I say, damn, these motherfuckers cold. I say, damn, they let them fight all the way to near death, and really, like, America was really waiting to choose sides. You understand what I'm saying? Really like, okay, should we help Europe or should we help Hitler? But you understand what I'm saying? But what people don't know is this. The American government supplied Germany, bro, with all they supplies, bro.
Yeah.
All of them.
Bro, that's
you
been...
You know what I'm saying? But
I ain't gonna go down a rabbit hole with that one, but that's been going on from that. We'll do that another one.
Even right now, like, even with, like, you know, with stuff over there, you know, I ain't gonna say it because I don't want no smoke, you feel me? But, bro, we funding all that.
Yeah, the war's been like that because it's money in war.
So,
money in war. That's big business. But, like, with Charlie Kirk, bro, like, now what I really gonna look in and research, and I'm gonna touch back on this just probably outside the podcast, probably put on one of my platforms when I figure it out. I'm gonna have to research some more. I wanna know who all got percentage and hands and play in Turning Point USA. Because that's the shit he came up with.
Exactly. Once I seen that, I was reading, it was like, you started in 2012, right?
Dog, that shit worth like $12 million. And that was like, I looked at this shit like last week. I just imagine how much fucking donation he got now. And this is why I say, like, it's all about pop. It's three motherfuckers to me are the same exact motherfuckers. Three, I always said this. I always said this from these same three motherfuckers. And they all have a P in their name. Politicians, preachers, pimps. They all got P in their name. 3 Ps.
Should throw principles in there as well.
They close to it. And why I say this is they all understand the power of word. They know how to talk a motherfucker into following them. Mm-hmm. Really listen to what I'm about to say too. When Trump got the ear graze, seen a bunch of his followers start putting bandages on their fucking ears to show solidarity. Unity. When you think of preachers develop what? They flock.
Say follow. I'm gonna say following.
They following. You know what I'm saying? They flock. You know what I'm saying? They congregation. They develop it.
The NBA.
Yes. Now let's go to pimps. What do a pimp do? A pimp find a runaway, a young woman who needs some, again, tribalism. Keep the word up, tribalism. They find a young woman who's feeling alone in the world. That's why she ran away. I'm going to make you think all the things I say, my values, my morals, you're going to believe in them. And you're going to do whatever for me. And you're going to come into my stable or other ladies that was lost. Mm-hmm. But all three of them can talk. If you ever, that's why you can't be a pimp and not be charismatic. You can't have charisma and not be a pimp. You can't be a politician and be still like the clear eyes guy. So maybe Barack, I always tell people, I say, man, Barack could have been a cold ass pimp, nigga. Listen to him. Really listen to Barack how he talk, man. From his what you call it, everything, bro. The way he talks, his delivery, it smooth ass nigga, dog. You get what I'm saying? Nigga could have been a motherfucking preacher. Mm-hmm. Got charisma, dog.
Bro, my uncle was smooth cat. You understand what I'm saying? You know, you feel me? I ain't saying nothing bad or nothing like that. But just over the years, like my uncle, you know, they been through his trials. He been through his trials and tribulations and things like that. And just all my life, bro, my uncle just always been a smooth ass nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then I look at my cousin. That nigga smooth as hell too. You understand what I'm saying? Walk just like his daddy. Talk just like his daddy. You feel me? Just smoothness.
Bro, like I said, when you think about this shit, I've been studying. My granddaddy first one put me up on to pay attention to it, and I went farther with it. even, I ain't saying IQ as in IQ if you took a motherfucking ASVAT test or you took a motherfucking SAT. I'm talking about when it come to words. Them motherfuckers be intelligent when it come to words. Any good pimp, that nigga got words. I'm talking about words out the motherfucking Western Dictionary that motherfuckers don't use them. He got them. He know what they mean and everything. Listen to politicians. Listen to preachers. They know. Good preachers, good pimps, good politicians, they know the word. Like, I'm gonna give you what his shit stand for, the Turning Point USA. This was his shit, and listen to the words he used. These words that provoke passion, you feel strongly about. His shit was built on this. I'm gonna read it word for word. Charlie Kirk poured his life into building a movement rooted. That's the roots of the momentum and faith, freedom, and a love of the country. Go back to the word, faith and freedom. Them really passionate words.
Exactly. Like when you, like, and there's certain things like that, bro. When you educate yourself, you start reading, you start to realize that these words mean so much.
Yeah.
It's like, really like, bro, these words are words of arms. Like if you say faith, a motherfucker ready to go grab his rifle.
It's passionate. It's provoking.
Freedom? Oh,
it's provoking.
It's time to go.
It's provoking. And like I said, when you look at dog, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy when you really break the shit down. And that's why I said, I really wanted to get in the politics game. I just knew I was cooked. And what cooked me was I had too many baby mamas. You have to have it. And this is what I'm going to wrap my side of it up. And I'm going to let you have it. This is what, anytime I see anything political go on, this is what makes me laugh while I follow it. To see how dumb humans are. I say this all the time. Most gullible creature on the world is a fucking human. Mm-hmm. Humans don't come out knowing what you here for. A giraffe come out being a giraffe. A dog come out being a dog. A rooster come out being a rooster. A earthworm come out straight off the dribble eating motherfucking dirt, making dirt. You get what I'm saying? Decompose. We don't figure out what the fuck we do, but we always need to feel belong, tribalism. So I go back to that with saying it with Charlie Kirk. Like when I listen to the people who talk, like even if he did something wrong, who gives a fuck? The one chick, I'm gonna tell you her name, dog. I'm gonna tell you her name, and she was a big Charlie Kirk supporter. I'm gonna tell you, damn, what's dog her name, man? I probably ain't gonna be able to find out. I wish I could right now, but she a white chick, man. I know her name, I just can't think of it. That's the best way I can put it. Know her name, it's just not hitting me right now. But long story short, she just made the rant about Barack Obama. She just made the rant about him. And it seemed like how she was talking about him, it seemed like shit she wanted to have sex with the nigga. How she was, I don't like his smooth talk, his smooth suits. I can't think of her name. And when she first came out, bro, like when I first came out.
Basically, she don't like a nigga.
It was just, what she was saying was she was saying the United States started going down and getting divided when Barack Obama became president. And it was funny about hearing this shit, but fuck if that was right or not. It was just how, that's her name, Megyn Kelly. How she got to talking about Barack, dog, you'll be like, damn, passionate. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to show you the clip when I get a chance. But I'm only saying, say this, like, I was listening to some of the shit she was saying, and I remember Trump dogged her out. Trump was cooking her in his first going for election. But once Trump won, she had no choice but to roll because she's a conservative. Changed her thing. And she said some of the dumbest shit I ever heard. And this is how motherfuckers following feel. And it ain't just for Republicans, Democrat, whoever. Pimp, that's why I use a pimp, preachers, whatever. This bitch came out, I'm going to call her a bitch. She came out and said, why do I care about him groping somebody 20 years ago? Why would I care? So you telling me this motherfucker go around touching on women. You a woman. Go around touching on women. You don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Long as a nigga handling the quote unquote, the free world the correct way. You don't give a fuck that this motherfucker's around this bitch touching women inappropriately. Inappropriately, I mean. They don't. I know. That's one of their hidden, like, bro, that's one of their hidden pastimes, bro. I know that, but I'm saying for her for being a woman doing that, that's my point. She don't give a fuck. Bro, she's gonna be the one in the gangbang getting gangbang ran and happily. This is the point I'm making, and the reason why I went down there where they followers. That's how they be so devoted to who they listening to that they don't give a fuck if they doing wrong or not. I don't care. Fuck that. I give a fuck if this motherfucker I don't like. This motherfucker could tie his shoes the wrong way if I'm like, I'll bring it up. But if I'm following you, I don't give a fuck. The same thing with a pimp. Go back to preachers. How many preachers we know that was ex-dealers?
Users.
You know. Gang bangers. Criminals, whatever you want to call it.
Exactly.
But he got to talking so good in his testimony. God delivered me from all this.
One of the things I see is this: what I think that I've noticed is this about the world, especially America, you have to have some underlining criminal ideology to even be on stage. Like you may, like, for example, we gonna say you gonna use Barack, smooth nigga. You gotta be smooth, but your true character must be a gangster. You understand what I'm saying? Like everything you do behind the scenes. Look, okay, how we portray you, that's one thing. But everything you do behind the scenes. So a lot of the things Barack did behind the scenes that we don't, the other people who understand more about politics, they bring up and bring out and stuff like that. They bring that up. But then, the surface level person love Barack. You understand what I'm saying? First black president, da-da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Which he is, whatever, but.
I found the clip. I'm going to play it, bro. I found that bitch. This is the clip right here. I'm going to play it.
We haven't felt like ourselves in a while. And I'm sorry to get political, but I'm just going to be honest. We haven't felt like ourselves since Barack Obama. I just think he was such a slick snake. He was this affable guy who was like wearing good suits and looked the part and sounded the part and dressed the part, but was so divisive in his messaging. The left, they look at you like when you say this, they don't know what you're talking about. It's like, because you don't pay attention to the other half of the country. You only pay attention to your absurd news sources, which spin and spin and spin to protect Democrats, especially if they're named Obama. He's the one who started to inject race where no one had been doing it. He's the one who started to use his pen and the phone to shove things down our throat that we didn't want. He's the one who shoved through an entitlement on our health care and our personal doctor visits that he promised he wouldn't mess with, and then he did, really hurting people, causing massive anger and open lies. He never missed an opportunity to twist the knife on the racial issue. He would do it subtly and in his own way, but it was very clear what he was doing. For the first time, we had a president who weighed in on legal cases.
And if you heard how she started slick talking and looking the park and dressing the park and suit, like she.
So you mad because he did what y'all
do? Yeah, he just beat him at it. That's why I went back to what I just said. Exactly. He got charismatic, charisma. Obama coming to this right. That's why I say he could have been a pimp. He coming to this get to talk
What's
right.
Up, Rob?
Get to talk.
My guy.
You feel me?
Shake. Hey, I'll be listening, man.
You feel me? Right now. That's why we laughing about it, bro. That nigga coming to this right now and get to talk to nigga. We gonna feel like nigga our show going to the moon, nigga. Just how he coming that bitch talking. Nigga got the gift of gab and they gonna make you feel good about it, nigga. Same thing Trump do.
Yeah, Trump
coming to bitch.
Oh man.
Yes, shake.
Yeah, call it sellouts.
You know what I'm saying? But the way he coming to bitch talking, I listen to you guys all the time. I think your show is one of the best podcasts of all time. I listen to it every chance I get. Like, it's charisma, bro. If you go back and listen to Bill Clinton, that was the first president I remember. This nigga even played the saxophone, bro. Nigga was smooth. That's why preachers, your top preachers, if you listen to them niggas talk, them niggas got a voice, they got charisma. Them niggas don't come in that bitch and just read out the Bible.
So it's crazy that you bringing up the, like, that's something I'm damn, I got my phone on. Basically, one of the books I'm reading right now is Iceberg Slim.
Yeah. Good.
Feel me? And it's really this is a book that I'm really disappointed in myself that I like just over the years, I'm like, damn, I'm gonna get that book. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get that book. I'm gonna check that book out. And then just finally getting to it, I'm so disappointed in myself because it's like, damn, man, like it's deep, bro. When I tell you it's deep, bro, the way he breaks down, like, basically he was explaining how he basically became a fucked up nigga, bro.
Bro, if you look at all Iceberg Slim books, if you listen to Pimp, Trick Baby, I want to say it's The Widow, it's a couple of them motherfuckers, man. And the only reason I knew about these books, my granddaddy read these books. My pops read a couple of them. I had a cousin, an older cousin. He was like an uncle. He read them. So when I was growing up, young, I'm talking about 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8, I go into the closet and see these books. And I ask my granny about them. You know what I'm saying? And just showing, and that's what made him so well of an author, Iceberg Slim, because he went into the depths of the streets like nobody else had ever done. And he brought the psychology, the mindset behind it.
The way he talk, bro. Like, bro, I'm like, bro, if you, like, that's what's gonna make you read the book, because it's like, it's not formal. You understand what I'm saying? Like, when you get to reading and you hearing all these slang words and just broken English and all that type of shit, that's gonna make you read the book, bro. Because you like, damn, this ain't like, no, you know, a formal book. You understand what I'm saying? Written correctly, English and all that shit. It's the book written like how we talking.
Yeah.
You feel me?
He was the first motherfucker that's why he was so cold. Back in the urban, it got outside the urban community, man, you couldn't really go in the household and not see the book, one of them books, because he was kicking that. He was the first motherfucker to I can't get the word out, elegantly show the inner city and how it worked. The psychological mindset, showing you how to be a pimp, how cold you got to be a pimp. Mm-hmm. How fucked up as a person you got to be a pimp to be a good pimp. You know, how much you can't have no feelings.
Like, one of the main things that contributed to him being like that was his mother, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and when I was reading that, and I'm like, damn, man, it made me really hit. Like, I don't hope no women don't take this a certain way or whatever, but, bro, you cannot leave a woman alone with children, bro. Bro, that's child abuse, bro. Leaving women alone with children, bro, is the reason we in the predicament we in right now in our city, bro. Because fuck it. Women, bro, most women have a negative mindset, bro. When I say this is what I mean by this. Okay, as a man, you, right? Me, right? So when it comes to you want some new shoes, right? Your woman ain't gonna look at like, oh, my man deserved those new shoes. He should have them. When you say you want some new shoes, a new car, or whatever, first thing a woman thinks about is how that shit look to someone else. Period, bro. Got a new car? No, she don't want you to have a new car, because now other bitches gonna be looking at you. No. New shoes? No, I don't want you to have new shoes, because now another bitch gonna be looking at you. Everything about a woman, bro, when it comes to them thinking about us, bro, and it's always, no, what other people go think of this. You understand what I'm saying? So when it comes to us raising our children, like, you got a baby mom, you say you got 2 baby moms. I don't want my kid around that bitch. Like, what? Like, what type? Like, what's going on? Bro, ain't no man, bro. I don't see men like, okay, have kids, right? And then be like, I don't want my kid around that other woman or that. You understand what I'm saying? I don't be seeing men be on no shit like that. But when it come to women, bro, you got another baby, I don't want my kids. You got a girlfriend? And don't let that girlfriend be somewhat more, so for example, she might be more of a, you know, from where she from, and then your girl might be more educated. For one, they don't even want their daughter around her, because, like, I'm not that. So I don't want my child looking at somebody like, oh, this person better than me.
Bro.
It's deep.
And, bro, I'm going to go back to what you said with Iceberg Slim. I looked that up, man. And, again, the 3 Ps, pimps, preachers, politicians. Listen what he said about what you have to be a good pimp. He said, a pimp has got to know his whores, but not let them know him. He got to be God all the way. Listen to when you said that, you apply that again. That's from the pimp stuff. Apply it to a preacher flock, his congregation. They don't really know the preacher like that, but he know them. He don't come to them and let them know, you know, counseling or what's going on in his mind, what's going on in his marriage, what's going on in his work, what he should pray for, what he need to pray for. You come tell him. He know you in and out.
Mm-hmm.
You think your way to get to heaven gonna be through preaching. If I don't show up in it, let me finish, bro. He won't, a good devoted person to a congregation, they won't even go to another church because they feel like it's cheating, like they're cheating on their partner. Think how deep that shit is.
It is.
Go further than that. Let's go to the politician game. Same shit.
That's what I was going to say.
You don't know Trump, really who Trump is. You don't know who Charlie Kirk is. You don't know who Obama is. You don't know who these motherfuckers be. But
and they using the same.
You go in that bitch and pull your heart out. You write them letters. It's the 3 Ps. Them motherfuckers can talk the draws off a motherfucker. But that's the name of the game. It ain't. That's why I said the pen is mightier than the sword. Dog, if I can talk to you in deep fit and I understand psychology, I understand you and what makes you ticks. So now I know how to get you to follow me. I'm going to appeal to the shit you want to hear. I'm going to bring it about you. I'm going to end it with this. Have you ever watched the movie Higher Learning?
Yep.
Did you see how Remy came in that bitch? Not really racist when he first came in that motherfucker. He just felt like he was getting bullied a little bit because his roommate, how they was treating him. He was just more, coming out the sticks, white boy, coming out, not really racist, been about racism, but not really a racist person. But by him getting bullied and, getting missed, damn, dog, you ain't expecting me as a dorm mate. You know what I'm saying? I come to trying to sit down and eat you, bumping me out the way and shit. Again, I feel what? Isolated. I'm away from my family. I feel isolated. When he got around the skinheads, they understand, stroke the flames. I'm going to appeal to what you want to hear. Yeah, you're right, man. Fuck, his name was Malik. What did he call him? What did he call him? Malik. He said it in the way. But yeah, Malik. He ain't call him Malik. Malik. Yeah, fuck Malik. Malik think he's taking over the world. Them niggers think they taking over the world. To the point where dog didn't even, the dude that was running it, didn't even tell him to go shoot nobody. He did the shit on his own, and he just said, well, fuck, if you're going to do it, do it then.
That's like with the Charlie Kirk situation. Like the kid, you know what I'm saying? I'm like 22 years old.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
But this is what I'm...
Come to find out is, man.
That's why I use that to end it. That's the point I'm making. That's what they do. Pimps find whores. I mean, not whores, but your little runaway girls. Women that been feel like they've been so shunned by the world.
And males too.
I got it.
Both ways.
I'm going to make you feel like I got you. I'm going to appeal to what you want to hear. You want to belong. You want to feel protected. You want to feel provided for. You want to be led. Because you ain't get it at home. You run the streets. That's why you left home. Exactly. I got you. Don't let me catch you, little runaway. Let's go to the preachers. Let's go to their congregation. Every time they come in that bitch, they talk about, oh, you're at the club, you're shaking your ass, you shouldn't be doing that. You got these many baby daddies, you shouldn't be doing. They start stroking. Insecurities, psychology, who don't go out as young. You can be out there shaking your ass, but you can't be here Sunday. Ain't gonna say shaking your ass, but shaking your behind and doing this and gyrating, but you can't be here on Sunday. You'll go spend $200 at the club, but you can't drop $100 for ties. Insecurity. So you start feeling insecure about like, man, God watching this, man. He right, man. God see me go in the club spend $100. Why I can't spend $100 with the ties? I just spent $200 on a pair of J's, bro. Why I can't go get $200
Exactly.
I'm your way to God. Politician, same thing. They start stroking shit. Hey, the reason why you ain't getting that job? Because affirmative action. That black, like he said, the craziest thing I heard Charlie Kirk say, dog, this was the illest shit. He said, if I went on a plane and seen a black pilot, I wouldn't be sure if I want to ride with that pilot because I don't know if he's qualified for the job. He might have got it because of affirmative action. Saying like, now listen what I said, we're in it because we got to get out of here. That's how crazy that shit was when I broke it down. I said, man, and people fell for it. His following. Now, I get what affirmative action is, saying I'm going to hire you because you're black. They don't say I'm hiring you just because you're black. You have to be qualified. And I might hire you over a white person, but you still qualify for the fucking job. Exactly. It ain't like they just hired my ass to go throw me in there and fly a plane. I don't know shit about aviation.
Exactly.
That's not what they're doing. So even if you have a black fucking pilot, he's still going to be a good pilot. He might not. Now, this could be true. That's why I said the other side of it could be true. He might have not been, if he got picked up for affirmative action, he might not been as good as the white one, But he's not like he's not qualified. You said you don't know if he qualified or not. You didn't say, I don't think he might be the best at the flying. You just said you don't know if he's qualified or not. Listen to the wordplay. So if you would have said he might not be the best pilot, you wouldn't have been really stroking the flames that hard. Because, okay, that's a good fly. But to say he's not qualified, you don't know if he's qualified or not.
How he's a pilot.
See, that's the point I'm making.
But if you're not a critical thinker.
And most people are not critical thinkers. That's the game, bro. That's the game, man. Like, that shit's so wild, man. We're going to wrap it up because I go all day about it. Because I love this shit, man. My director that be targeting and motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, have issues with, that's how we got, before we got into it, that's how we got cool. Because he seen how I was in politics. He's like, man, I didn't know you, he thought I was like some thug or some shit like that. I come in this bitch, I wear my hoodie, come in and out. You know, I do my job, stay to myself. He even told me that other supervisors feeling like I'm kind of rough around the edge, kind of thuggish. That's what the word was around about you. Oh, because why? Oh, you know, you don't smile, you don't come. No, I'm not coming to no potlucks. I'm not smiling. I do my job and get the fuck out of here. Yes, I come in with a hoodie on. Yes, I leave with a hoodie. Like. I don't wear a hoodie while I'm in this bitch. Why am I talking to you motherfuckers for? If I wasn't working you, I wouldn't even know you motherfuckers. You wouldn't give a fuck about me.
Exactly.
I ain't got a kid, but I digress. That's the point I'm making, though. So I love politics because I love seeing the human mind work. The masses, really the human masses, the hive mind, I like seeing it work. So with Charlie Kirk, it's people, he stroked the flame so good, it's motherfuckers still to this day still believe that, oh, that probably was a Democrat that set somebody up to say he was going to do it. No, motherfucker, that was a Republican. He just, somebody put something in his ear, but we up out of there. But, bro, again, we wrapping it up. What you been listening to, Brody?
Honestly, bro, what I've been listening to, this week is like I was telling you last time, I was listening to Jag, bro, and what's the odds of me saying I'm listening to Jag and then a couple days later, bro,
the challenge come out.
I can't make this shit up.
Yeah.
I can't make it up, bro. You understand what I'm saying? And like that's what I've been peeping, bro. I've been, you know, the Steel Dealer Challenge. You feel me? I've been like, man, this shit's.
I almost got on it, bro. I swear, I almost got on it.
For real.
I almost got on it. When I say I was right there about to get on that joint, bro, I was right there about to get on it. I was that close to getting on that motherfucker, but I ended up not at the end of it. No, what I've been on, man, really, it's been a mix of things. I've been just playing playlists, but really, the nigga I really been fucking with heavy, man, is G Perico. If you ever check him out, he an artist out the West Coast, man.
I know who Brody is.
I fucks with him. He be rapping out real West Coast shit, and I fuck with it, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the one thing I be intrigued when I listen to music. I want to hear different shit, so I want to hear yo lingo, yo vibe. You know, if you listen to Flint rap, you hear the shit talking. That's our shit now. So now it's like a Michigan thing almost now. That's what we identify as, shit talking. So I like hearing that. And G Perico bring that real, like, when I listen to some of G Perico shit, bro, like I was listening, this is an older song. Older. When I say older, bro, this was really old. But it's called Sundays. The name of the project is LA Summers, but it's on a Sunday. And you could just, when he rap it, you listen to his bars, you could put yourself in LA on a Sunday summer. You feel me? How he talking about, you know, the cars, niggas banging, showing out. You know what I'm saying? I like that shit.
I like, bro, another cat, bro, Primo Rice, bro.
That's my nigga. I've been fucking with Primo. I was just his last project, the shit.
I ran into Primo, bro, when I started fucking with Larry, bro. And you feel me? If you fucking with Primo, you fucking with Larry, you go hear Primo. You understand what I'm saying? So
they come from the same tree. I hate to say it like this. So Primo, if y'all catch it, or June, y'all catch it, because I fuck with y'all niggas heavy. I ain't saying that I don't know no disrespectful shit. They all, to me, under the umbrella, like the tree of currency. All my artists I found out, man, for the last 10 to 15 years, I bullshit you not.
All come from Brody.
Yeah, about 85% of the artists I listen to, I heard them on a currency project. Mm-hmm. And then I had to go Jay Worthy, even Nips, Freddie Gibbs, Chuck English. Man, the list can go on. Primo Rice, Larry June, Dom Kennedy. I found these Jay Worthy. I found all these niggas off Currency, because Currency a real nigga. So when Currency get to rapping, the niggas he bring on, up and coming, them be real niggas too. Big Crit. I found Big Crit through Currency.
Mm-hmm.
Wiz through Currency.
Hey, bro, chill, bro.
Can't put him on it.
Man, Brody we might get bro took out, bro.
Man, everybody know that, but that's it.
But they don't.
Nah, you right.
You understand? You
right.
They don't. Niggas don't fuck with Currency, bro.
You real niggas do.
They do, but
Niggas who don't know no better don't.
How many guys say, who you know? Huh? Who?
You correct. And if you go to any bro shows, you see that bitch be packed.
Exactly.
However the venue is, that bitch sold out. That's it. So, man, hey, I appreciate y'all tuning in with us, man. Again, run them numbers up, man. We coming with the visual. I haven't started the visual. I got everything for the visual for the fans. I just need that third co-host. So if y'all want the loyal ones and you really can be dedicated, I mean, come in here and can talk, ain't gonna freeze up when that mic and that camera be on. We looking for a cold, dope, opinionated woman. We need one. I gotta bring the woman, the other side, man. I gotta bring that flavor here. That's what we missing. You know, I miss. And shouts out to my dogs, Courtney and Misty, man. I'm gonna try to get them back on here too, man. Shouts out to my dogs. But yeah, man, so we gonna get about this thing, but run them numbers up again, you know what I'm saying? Go look up at the bottom of the page where y'all can get the links to the support so y'all can, you know, support us, help us come out with more content, better shows, better everything. I wanna do some more live joints too. That's the next move. I wanna do some live ones. So we gonna get that out there for y'all, but we appreciate it. We up.